Welcome to week 25. I believe this is week 25 of my fitness series. We're going to start this video off by doing a grocery haul, but also I received a request to talk about, let me double check, make sure I say it right and so that I can answer it right. How I plan out my meals. Okay. So that's what we're gonna start off with in just a second. So first and foremost, today is Saturday, and yesterday, which Fridays are typically my active rest / recovery day, but also like I could go play if I want to. Aerial class, obviously I went for my 30 for 30 walk, or like play tennis, whatever, right? Yesterday I only did my walk because aerial class was canceled, but at least it was canceled ahead of time this time. I also just received a question too in regards to if I'm going to find another aerial studio, and I don't know yet. Right now I have 2 credits. 1 because of the class I purchased that I haven't been able to go to, but 2 because I was reimbursed last time. Well, not reimbursed, I was gifted an additional class for the inconvenience of the class not being canceled ahead of time and not being canceled until after I got there. So I have 2 credits to use, and then I might start looking at other places. It also has to do with rate wise because these classes aren't that expensive in my opinion. So I don't know yet. I don't know, it's up in the air. But let's get into this grocery haul. I got all of this for like $94-ish, which this time it looks skimp. Last time I was like, oh, this isn't too bad, right? This time, in my opinion, is giving skimp. This is $90. This should be about $78.13. That's what it should be. For proteins this week, I have chicken sausage. I have fell in love with this all over again. I also have a few more in there, so I only bought 1 pack. Now this, I bought some ground beef because I actually have been craving burgers. I'm gonna come back to that in just a second, actually. This is for burgers. I also have some 93 lean, 7% fat ground turkey, and then I have 2 packs of chicken tenders. Chicken tenderloins. Those are my proteins for this week. I also have turkey bacon in the refrigerator as well. A pack I have not even opened. In regards to fruits and vegetables, I have 3 things of strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and be proactive because last week I did not do this, and whenever I don't do it, I tend to not eat all my strawberries because the absolute moment I see anything that's furry, that's hairy, that's colorful, you're going in the trash, and so are all your counterparts. You're going in the trash. So to prevent that, I'm gonna go ahead and wash them, cut the little stem thingies off, and put them in mason jars, and that way they are fresher for longer, and I end up eating all of my strawberries. But I have 3 containers of these. I also already have some oranges, navel oranges, in the refrigerator. Bananas, because y'all know I love bananas. So apples were on my grocery list, but they didn't have any in stock of the ones I actually wanted. But thankfully I have 3 apples still in the refrigerator, so good. And then for vegetables, I have been loving green beans. I don't know why lately, but I have 3 packs of these, and I eat green beans all throughout the day. Like, I've been loving them. I just throw them in the air fryer. Those are my fruits and vegetables for the week. Oh, protein, I totally forgot about this. Eggs, of course. And I have another carton already in the refrigerator. I've been boiling my eggs a lot more lately because y'all know how I do that cheese. It get the best of me, like, I just can't stop myself. Like, I love cheese. So I haven't been scrambling. Well, I have been some days. I've been trying not to scramble my eggs as much and just eat boiled eggs. Recently, I've been trying to cut back on how many yolks I eat and just eat more egg whites, but still gotta have a yolk or 2 in there as well. Let's talk about some carbs. Sourdough bread. I eat a slice of this on my high carb days, but sometimes on my low or moderate carb days, it just depends on what my macros are looking like. I also have some red potatoes. Here's a snack I have for the week. I just bought a bag of the Siete sea salt and vinegar chips. This is where my self-control is like, are you like, do I exist or do I not exist? And I'm like, I don't know. So we'll see this week if I have self-control when it comes to these chips. I have I have a sweet onion, sweet relish. I don't think I showed you this, and provolone cheese. Oh, my bad. And I have buns. I think this kind of ties into the question, but also not. So as many of you guys know, I do carb cycle. It works best for me, so that's what I do. I have more carbs and more calories on the days that I strength train On days where I'm like active, but not like to the extent of strength training, so like my plyo day, depending on how many miles I run, then I will have like a moderate carb day. And then on like active rest days or days where I'm just walking or something like that, then I have my low carb days. So today being a high carb day, I strength trained earlier today, full body. And I did my 30-minute walk, of course. I have been craving, well, not craving, I just really been wanting a cheeseburger. I love burgers so much, especially homemade. I grew up with my mama making like the patties, like putting all the different things in there. And yeah, like I love a homemade burger, not just throwing some ground beef and doing this and putting it on the stove. Like, no, not already made patty. No, like I know the difference and I'm very serious about it, okay? So I've been wanting that. So I was like, you know what? Just make it at home. So that's what the ground beef is for. That's what the buns are for. That's what the cheese is for, the relish, the sweet onion. Oh, I didn't mention this, and the milk. I don't normally just drink milk, but this is also how I'm gonna make my mix for the burgers. Now, I did want to pair the burger with fries because they go together real bad, like burger and fries, right? But I was like, let me be a little bit more healthier, because if you look on the back of most things, honestly, but if you look on the back of like a frozen bag of fries, like what are all these ingredients? I thought, shouldn't it just be potatoes? And typically it's not just potatoes. So I'm going to air fry some red potatoes and save a bunch of unnecessary stuff from going in my body, basically. That's just that. I think to more along the lines answer the question of how do I plan out my meals? I think it comes down to 3 different things. 1, I plan my meals based off of my fitness goals. I plan my meals based off of each specific day. And then I base my meals off of what I like for the most part. Those 2 things, let me break them down real quick. I'm gonna try to keep this short because y'all know I can get to talking. All right, so when I say that, I mean, when I purchase these foods, I'm thinking about my goals. That's why the only thing you see here that's kind of crazy are these chips, because I'm thinking about my goals. I'm thinking about the fiber that I need. I'm thinking about the protein that I need. So that's what I purchase more of. Now, truth be told, I wanted chocolate covered almonds. That's what I really wanted. A whole pound, if not 2 pounds, matter of fact. But I didn't get it because I want to achieve my goals more than I want to indulge in certain things. I also wanted some chocolate chip cookies too, but that's neither here nor there. My meals don't necessarily change every day, but like how much of certain things I eat each day changes based off of my workouts. My goal personally, because I want to eat around 185 grams of protein right now. I like to start my day off, my breakfast, with at least like 40, if not more, grams of protein. Now, if your goal is only 115, 120, it's gonna look different for you. You may not need to start off with as much as I do. At minimum, they say like 30 grams per meal. I personally, it's gonna be like 40. If not 50 grams. I'm gonna just go ahead and start because I know if I start off small with my breakfast, it's gonna be so much harder for me to catch up later in the day with my protein. I also am a big breakfast person. I love breakfast food, so it's very rare that I actually get tired of it and be like, all right, I need something else. And times when I do get tired of eating breakfast food for breakfast, I will then eat like regular meals for my breakfast, if that makes sense. I know this isn't privileged for everyone, but I work or do what I do at home. So for the most part, I make all of my meals fresh. I don't know if what I'm about to say is healthy, if it's clean or not, but this is what I do. I go ahead and wash all of my chicken tenders. I season it, well, you know, pat it off dry and everything. I season it, I put it in a Ziploc bag, and I take it out and use it as needed by the date that's on this package. Some people say that's not okay to do. Cool. Also, you can, of course, meal prep. I've been trying to stop using the microwave as much, so that's why I try to do it as I'm going. I've oftentimes noticed with clients, when we first start, a lot of my clients don't have an appetite anymore. They're like, oh, I don't eat breakfast. If you want to achieve your goals of eating, you know, enough protein and things like that for your fitness goals, eating a breakfast is gonna have to be part of the deal most likely. And what I start my clients off with doing is just eating something. It can be just fruit. Just eating something small in the morning. After a while, your body will kind of like, then you actually have an appetite earlier in the day as opposed to 1 o'clock in the day. So how do I plan out my meals? I feel like I still haven't answered that question. Like I just eat 3 meals a day, typically with some snacking in there if I can, or if it fits into my macros and my calories for the day. Because I just make sure that I have protein, I have a vegetable, and I have a carb. The only exception is breakfast, and I actually need to do better because I could have like some spinach in there somewhere. Like I could have a green somewhere in the morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. What do I say? I don't even know what to start. Okay, so on my program, I'm supposed to run today. However, I'm not going to run. And that's for really just one reason, but one and a half. One, well, it's not even a reason, it's an excuse. My hair. I'm just literally not gonna sweat my hair out when I just got it done 3 days ago. I'm just not. I don't know what to say. However, I do have a run on Wednesday on my program, and I'm gonna have to just do what I need to do. But today is a no. But because of that, I'm gonna double my walk. So typically I would do my 30 for 30 walk today. I'm gonna do a minimum of 60 minutes. I probably will end up walking a little bit more than 60 minutes, but I think it's only right and only fair if I'm gonna short myself from running that I do more than just 30 minutes of walking. This is something different you don't normally see me in. This top is from Sunzel. They actually sent this to me with a few other items. I'm gonna do a full review on them, so it's coming. I really like it. I don't wanna talk about it too much because that's the whole point of the review, but look at this, y'all. Like, see? If I'm ashy on my back, oops, I just got a shower, but I don't know how y'all be lotioning your back because I can't reach it. I didn't want my thick shirt on. The shirts that I normally wear, like I love them, but I'm about to go outside. It's already 7:55 a.m. Like the sun is up. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a tan today, which is what it is. If today was a running day, then I would wear my vest because this fanny pack / crossover, whatever it is, hurts my back when it's down here and it has like too much weight in it. It pulls on my lower back, so I don't run in this, but I can walk in it either down here or just across my body, and so I'll have this with me. I do think, because I know the sun's already out and whatnot, I'm gonna take me some glasses, so I can walk in style. I can't even see y'all actually. Literally, like I literally can't see you. The screen is black. Okay, it's not black though. And then I'm gonna wear my Hokas. These are the Rahi 7s. As you can tell, because they're getting a little tan, they were white. Well, they're like a creamish white. I've been walking a lot of trails and whatnot in these. I really like these for walking, not so much for running for myself. I love my March 5s for running. And then I'm gonna take me a towel because I know I sweat, so I'm gonna need to dab. I might even need to lay this on my head and unfortunately cool off a little bit. And I think I'm gonna take my water bottle. What are you? Like, I kind of feel like this is too much stuff to be holding, but at the same time, like, I'm gonna want some water. So I'm gonna put some ice in here. I think this is really cute. Like, let me show y'all. Like, I'm gonna look so cute. I know that's not the point. The point is to get my steps in and get small. I can't see y'all. Like, so cute, right? Okay, I'm out here. It's been 15 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Like it's like warm at times because the sun is like beating me in the head, but otherwise like it's a nice breeze going. A lot of bikers out today. But yeah, getting these steps in, honey. Yeah, I'll check back in with you guys in a second. I did decide to take with my water bottle, so I'm getting a little tired, but it's fine. Checking in. I just hit the 2 mile mark. Well, just that quick, I'm at 2.03 miles. I've been walking for 46 minutes and 16 seconds. I am averaging about 22 minutes and change per mile, which for me is on the slower side. Like I can normally do like 21 minutes if I'm actually trying. I'm really just cruising, just enjoying the weather, the scenery, the fresh air, God's greatness. He took time to make all of this. I am glad that I did bring my water bottle because sis began to look thirsty, and it just gave me a little extra energy to keep going. Do y'all hear that? Okay, not that. That's the bike. But like the insects, nature. It's such a blessing that I get to come outside and walk and have no time restraints. I'm grateful. Ooh-wee. Oh my goodness, y'all. That was so good. I'm sorry, I gotta turn this up even more. Yes, yes, thank God for AC. Oh, I gotta get home with this scarf on. Edges are curling up. No, babes, no. That was so good. I ended up walking a total of 5 miles. It did take me about an hour and 52 minutes. On average, I walked at a 22-minute, 24-second mile. Only 437 active calories, but 645 total calories. And then let's see how many steps I'm at. 12,301 steps. It says that I also climbed 14 flights. We both know that's not true. Yay! A very successful walk. I cannot wait to review this top. Yeah, let's go home and shower and fix some breakfast. Y'all might know the vibes, maybe not. Today, I still gotta do my hair. Do my hair. But anyway, today is, y'all know what today is because I'm sure the screen said it already. We're running today. Maybe, hopefully, possibly running. And here's why. It's a few different reasons, but hear me out. One, my hip flexors are so sore. Never in my life have they ever been this sore. Like, it hurts to kind of like lift up my legs. They feel better than they did yesterday, but still. So I'm gonna have to make sure I get in such a good warm up this morning. Also, is that time of the month. My back hurt, my hips hurt, my stomach hurts. Like, I feel a little fatigued. It's just a part of, I guess, being a lady. I want to do my best, however, to still run today. I just really don't know what that looks like. We will, per usual, find out together. I don't have much more to say. I need to hurry up. Kind of wanted to get an early start before the sun starts doing what the sun does. And I'll see y'all out there. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm trying to hype myself up because I'm not ready for this. I'm going to start off with a 30-minute walk, of course, because I need to get those 30 minutes of walking done. And the rest of the time will be dedicated to, I guess, running. We'll see. Also today, because I haven't done it yet, I need to talk about body composition, body recomp, yeah, which I'm pretty excited to talk about. I have posted a picture on the community tab on here, and it seemed to be very helpful. I also posted on Instagram, and I think it was helpful as well, just based off of the comments. Not me looking for y'all, and I'm like, where's my camera at? I'm talking to it. I think it was helpful based off of the comments because I'm gonna start talking about it. So I'll just wait. I will wait. I look weird, right? Without those pieces. But I was like, why am I gonna have them in the way this morning? I need to run. Did I happen to forget about you guys this morning? Just now? Yes, I did. I'm actually finishing up my walk. I'm at 56 minutes. I walked 2.58 miles. I should be able to get in a full 3 miles. I couldn't run, y'all. Like, not even making excuses or anything. My hip flexors are so darn sore. But a 3-mile walk. I do feel bad because you guys didn't get to see me running all this week, and that was my whole intention of recording my runs for this week's video, but I walked. Today's the last day of this video, and I know this week was probably a lot shorter than previous weeks. Anyway, let's talk about body recomposition really quickly. I actually ended up posting this on the community tab. I think I've already told y'all this. Anyway, this part right here on the community tab as well as Instagram, and it seemed to be very like eye-opening and helpful. And so I want to talk about body composition as well as body recomposition. And so body composition just as a whole means like what your body is made up of, right? So muscle, fat, then you also have water, your organs also have bones as well. So there's different things that make up your body composition, but specific to what we're talking about, we're just going to talk about muscle mass and fat, just to make it simple. Body recomposition typically happens, especially for novice people who are new to like strength training. I see it a lot where the scale may move a lot in the beginning and then it might slow down. The individual will still see changes within their body. They'll look in the mirror, they'll look at photos, they'll try on jeans and they fit differently, but then the scale may not be moving as much as it was before. And that's because of body recomposition. You're losing body fat and you're gaining muscle mass. So I think it's so important to not rely solely on the scale. Now, we know that I do utilize the scale as a measure of progress, but I don't let it be my only indication of progress. I also take photos and videos all the time. I also can tell in the way that some of my clothes do fit me. Even for like this shirt, for example, I can tell that it's looser than what it used to be on me. There are other ways to track your progress for sure. But I think it's great to see how 181 looks one way and how 181 can look another way. Like, to me, it's kind of mind-blowing to see body composition or body recomposition and how things can look totally different at the exact same scale weight. To me, that is like mind-blowing. Also, I want you to keep in mind, because sometimes people will say, hey, I'm the same weight, I'm 181 and I don't look like that. Your height plays a huge role in what a specific number on the scale could look like. Even if, let's say I had a twin, right? But my twin is 5'7". Mind you, I'm 5'5". We can both weigh 181. She's gonna look different than I look. One, because of our lifestyles. Two, because of our build. Her being those 2 inches alone makes a huge difference. So sometimes when you see other people who weigh around about what you weigh, don't get discouraged if their physique looks different, because they may not be the same height as you. They may be taller, they may be shorter. Also, they don't have the same training program. They may not train like how you train, so their body is going to look different. And then genetics, they just are genetically going to be different than you. So 181 can look like a whole lot of different things. Like, I wish I knew like 10 people who were 181 pounds right now, or like 181, 182, you know, 180, like somewhere around there. And I could just put them all, like I could just take photos of each of them and put them up here for you guys to see, because it's going to look different. It's going to look different. I can guarantee you, every single person, their physique is going to look different for so many reasons. Again, I think it's so mind-blowing that I can still be the same height that I was 3 or 4 years ago and look totally different at a specific weight. Like, that's crazy to me. That's so crazy. Don't be discouraged if the scale isn't changing, but you are seeing progress elsewhere. But this is also a reminder to make sure you are looking other places for progress as well, and not just on the scale. What's the thing I feel like people used to say? Muscle weighs more than fat. 5 pounds of muscle cannot weigh more than 5 pounds of fat. You know why? Because they're both 5 pounds. They're both 5 pounds. Now, is muscle more dense? Absolutely. Like, if you were to grab muscle of 5 pounds, it may appear to be smaller than that of 5 pounds of fat, but it still weighs the same. 5 pounds is still 5 pounds regardless. I guess that was really all I had to talk about when it came to body recon. I also have photos of myself being like 190, I think either 6 or 192, and then me later on being 196 or 192, and again, completely different build. Like, it's so crazy to me. I'm gonna put that up here too, because like, it blows my mind. I appreciate you guys tuning in this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully next week my runs will actually be runs and not walks, but we shall see. And I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend.